Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Saturday the 22nd of June. I'm using the Tarot of the Water for today's reading. I haven't used this deck in a while. It was gifted to me by the lovely Erin, and I thought it was a really fabulous deck to use. It's a collaboration, so each card is done by a different artist, but what really bugged me was that I used this in a reading, which you'd think they'd enjoy because, I mean, it's on YouTube, people are seeing their cards being used. But one of the artists put in a copyright claim against me. So it's like, you're shooting yourself in the foot. I mean, either the cards are out there and people get to see them or not. So putting a copyright claim against me for using your cards is kind of self-destructive. Anyway, we'll get another copyright claim for this one, but it doesn't matter. So I just want to use them. I feel drawn to them because they are beautiful. And let's see what the cards have to say about the day. I tune into the energy of the day and just ask the cards, what is Saturday the 22nd going to be about? What are we going to be working with? And then the cards give me an answer. If you like my videos, please hit subscribe. That would be fabulous. I'm a gay tarot reader. I'm intuitive and I'm also in recovery. So I kind of bring, and I'm kind of like an international person. I grew up in South Africa and I'm German and my mom's Austrian and I live in England. So I kind of bring in international kind of LGBT 12-step thing into my readings. So I think that's a nice, it's a nice rounded combination. So I'm certainly a very niche character, but I think all of those things combined and the intuition is really a good combo, because the more you know, the more the intuition can play with and the more info can come through me because I've had more practical experiences here on planet Earth. So that goes for you as well. If you've had lots of difficulties, or for instance, if you've had relationship troubles, don't see that as like a waste and, oh, I've just suffered all my life with relationships. It means that you have compassion and empathy for other people who have struggled in relationships and that you really have something valuable to offer. Now here we've got the Four of Wands, which looks really, really fun. Little doggies, people dancing on a boat. Then we have the Six of Pentacles, with these creepy hands coming out of the water. Beautiful lotus flowers, pentacles, but then these hands. It reminds me of a Joan Rivers joke. She was like, she went to the wet city in America, which is, I mean, just saying that is such a grim joke. And she went there with Sean Penn, apparently, to get a photo op. So she had her hairdresser there and Entertainment Tonight was there. And they'd row along and it was all very nice. And then once in a while, a hand would come out of the water and she'd kick it down and she said, "Get out of my boat. This boat is full. My boat, my boat." And it was just such a dark joke because of Katrina and stuff. It was yikes. She always, what I loved about her is she always took the worst things in life and she made them kind of funny. Like, oh, like what was it? If you go to San Francisco, you can order yourself an AIDS cocktail. I mean, so grim. All these things that people were terrified of, and she just made a joke out of them. She was the only comedian that made me laugh because she really spoke to my fears and helped me to laugh at them and just break out of that. So the Six of Pentacles is the have and have-nots card. So this is not Joan Rivers. This is someone who's actually taking this rope and rescuing the people who are in the water, and she's pulling them out and rescuing them and giving them an opportunity to live by pulling them up into the boat and saving them and dropping them on the other side. Then we have the Ten of Cups, which is the fulfillment of all of your dreams. It's two dragons falling in love, and it's just a happy family unit. Oh no, they're not dragons, they're seahorses. They're underwater. Beautiful. I saw a seahorse in Mauritius once. They are the best, most magical creatures in the world. I'm sorry I'm talking about myself so much today. Someone asked, are these tarot readings or are these stories about yourself, Greg? And today I'm teetering on the edge of that as well again, so I'm sorry. But I was snorkeling and I saw this little seahorse, and there's certain things in life that really show me and prove to me that there's magic and that there is a God. So the wonder of a seahorse, a rainbow, the light behind a cloud. And I remember I was in a meeting and I was saying, you know, the first time I saw God was when I was swimming in the ocean, and the cloud was shaped in a certain way and the sun was behind it and the light just came out from behind it, and I was in the water like gliding with the waves, and I saw God. I was 8 or something and I knew that I saw God, and I came out of the water feeling like, oh, I've had an awakening. And I told that story at a meeting, and the next lady, she said, well, I don't see, you know, a higher power or God or anything in nature. And the guy sitting next to me, he leaned over to me and he said, but you do. It was so funny. And it was like, yeah, I do see God in nature. Anyway, I'm an earth sign, so I do see that. Four of Wands is a celebration. It's a wedding. It's a doorway into a really happy, fun, super exciting time in your life. The Six of Pentacles means that you're being given the opportunity to be rescued in some way. There's someone in your life, there are people in your life who are in a really good place and who are able to give you a boost, give you a lift, to put you in the limelight, to give you a publishing deal, to save you from losing your house because they lend you some money. There's someone, even though she looks a bit vacant, someone who isn't vacant, someone who is really focused on your well-being, someone who genuinely cares, wants you to be happy, and wants you to go through this door of continued happiness. And it's a day where you can really trust and rely on other people. So we've got these people in the water, and we've got this mistiness. We've got the 10 of Cups here as well. And what I feel this also represents is a connection with people on the other side, because water rules spirituality and the veil between this dimension and the next dimension. So as an intuitive, she can make contact with people who've passed on, and she can bring messages in. So if you're a psychic, if you're an intuitive, if you're a psychic medium, make sure that you use your talents today, because the veil is thinner. I'm glad I work on weekends because I've got appointments on Saturday, and I'll be using my intuition. The way I use my intuition is by looking at symbols, so cards and astrology and numerology, and I look at them, and then as I look at them, a door forms in my mind or in my mind's eye, and I'm able to tap into my intuition, that place we all go, the collective unconscious, the Akashic records, whatever you want to call it, and I get messages from there, and I include those in my readings. So it's really, really fabulous to, if you want to make contact with the deceased loved ones and you've really missed them and you haven't spoken to them in ages, a psychic medium, I think you've got to be careful with who you choose, because I was part of a mediumship circle for 3 years, and some people are better at it than others. So the way I choose people when I go have readings is, do I resonate with that person in a way? Do I like them? Do I feel there's some sort of connection? And if there is, then I go with that medium rather than the person who I feel disconnected with. So that's there. Also, if you're an artistic type, water rules the creativity and the imagination and spirituality and taking care of others. That's what she's doing. She's taking care of others. Even though this is the Six of Pentacles, they've chosen to make it a water card. So it's an opportunity to create something beautiful, to write the piece, the short story, or the article, or to have it published today, or to paint the picture, or to You capture your imagination in something tangible, and that will open a door for you to joyously gallop through and have fun. You can dance through it with your friend and go through the gates and get to the beach and just laugh and run around in a symbolic, metaphorical way, which means I've had my story published in the paper, I've been paid for it. Hooray, I am now dancing on the beach with my friends in a metaphorical way. A similar feeling of happiness and freedom. And the Ten of Cups is really family bliss and hopes and dreams being realized in terms of true love. These two seahorses, they're in love. The children are here, the little eggs, they're being protected. They take turns protecting them. And it's real, true love. So the opportunity to connect with the people you love, to rescue the people you love. And remember, when it comes to rescuing people, we're powerless over people, places, and things. So if someone doesn't want to be rescued, you can't rescue them. But if someone is putting their hand up, metaphorically, again, saying, please help me, or if someone does say in your life, someone comes to you and says, I've got this problem and I really need your help, then you can save that person. If they want to be helped, you can help them. So you got the opportunity for that. That's going to not backfire on you. If you're lending people money, that's always a bit iffy. You know, what did in Hamlet they talk about? Never a borrower or a lender be. I think Polonius said that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because it creates stress on friendships and relationships. But today, it's not going to create stress. You will get your money back if you lend someone money and give someone a boost. If you rescue someone from unemployment, or you give someone a job so they can pay their rent, or if you help someone get out of a really difficult situation, like you have a lawyer friend who knows the local district attorney or something, and they get a better deal because you know them and you intervened and you made a call, then you can be with that person. And we often think that if I do something nice for someone else, that person's going to be grateful. And usually most people aren't. Unfortunately, most people aren't grateful for help. But on this day, if you support people, you're going to choose the right person, someone who's actually aware and grateful for the work that you've done for them and who is grateful. And it will lead you to a happier place, either just friendship-wise, enjoying yourself, going on an adventure, or feeling richer and feeling happier, or even connecting with someone romantically, which is what this card says as well, that if you help someone out, it will lead to you coming together as equals and really creating a connection that's loving and romantic and really special. And it's really down to you having the power today. You're on top. You're the one who's in a good space. And you can either connect with the higher realms very easily. And whenever that's easy, then everything else flows wonderfully, because the universe is made up of love. And the higher self is love. And when you let that love in, then you manifest love. So you're empowered. The pink corset, I mean, it's being wrapped up in love, literally, and she's able to help these people who are drowning. And that is, again, a metaphor for, I'm overwhelmed in life, I'm just trying to keep my neck above water with the bills and the responsibilities and all of the things that I'm supposed to do. But today, if you ask for help, it will be there, and you will create a connection that's really positive. So don't be ashamed to ask for help. We don't ever do it. Most of us are too proud or ashamed to ask for help. The culture doesn't teach us to ask for help. So we all try and muddle our way through on our own, and we're like, I'm never going to ask money, just out of pride. But that experience of asking for help, it humbles you, and it shows you that some people do care and they do want to support you and they don't want anything in return. So today is a day to see the best in people, and also to be able to be of service to people, to connect them, to make them feel loved, to open a door for them so that they can reconnect with someone they love, or that they can meet the person they do love, which is going to be part of their future. So it's a connection with the past and the future, and at the center of it is you, filled with love, and being able to create these love bubbles that are just pouring out of the sea. Have a fabulous day. 4 and 6 is 10, and 10 is 20. 20 reduces to 2 in numerology, and 1 and 2 is a relationship. So that's what this day is about, forming relationships with the higher realm and with other people, whether you're asking for help or whether you're giving the help. And that is not going to lead to you being in a bad place. It's going to lead to you being in a fabulous place. So don't be shy. Make sure that you do help, and don't listen to Polonius. So never a borrower or a lender be is suspended for the day. And today you can really be of service and help people. Obviously use common sense and use your feelers of love, and just say, this would make me feel like I'm expressing love by giving this person a lift, a hand up, or a leg up, whatever the saying is. If it feels loving to you, then it's right. If it's an expression of love, then it's right. Have a wonderful day. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. I use astrology, tarot, and numerology in my personal readings. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.